All right, so you guys guessed all sorts of things. NSX, Corvette Z06, GT500, Lotus, a lot of guesses for Porsche, a Cappuccino, whatever that is, another S2000. I guarantee you this car was not even on your radar because it wasn't even on mine. I had no idea this car even existed. But when the S2000 got hit and I knew I was gonna move it, basically I started looking around what's for sale and I came across the ALFA ROMEO 4C. Just a couple quick facts for you guys. All right, this car weighs just over 2,400 pounds. I mean, when I was even considering making the S2000 lighter, I don't think I could have got it that light. And that is because of the carbon fiber chassis, the carbon tub. It's insane. I mean, this car is all carbon fiber. Under the seats, you know, this whole, you know, basically cabin area, carbon fiber. 2,400 pounds. And I'll tell you right now, I haven't driven it a ton. Well, I do have some track days coming up and an autocross this weekend. All right, we're getting on track as soon as possible. But for something so light, it doesn't feel floaty. It still feels really planted. And that's because how wide it is. Now, it's hard to tell, but this car is actually pretty wide. It's small, don't get me wrong. This car is small, but the proportions on it are really good. It's got some of the most beautiful lines I've ever seen on a car. Now you can see here, this thing has, I've got some like stripes or whatever. I might pull those off. I don't hate them. I don't love them. What do you guys think? This is not factory. Which is kind of interesting to me because this car, when I bought it, only had like 1,500 miles on it. So basically brand new car, you know, PPF'd, and then these basically graphics were put after that. So we'll see. I might pull them off. I might not. I'm not sure. Just look at it. Like these lines. I love it. I don't know if you guys can tell like the depth there, but just, it's such a good looking car. Really, it's such a good looking car. So obviously, this car is a DCT car, which is what I wanted. It's just got these little tiny paddle shifters. Little tiny... You know, I see some guys on the forums, you know, they put like these bigger carbon fiber paddles in there. I don't really care unless maybe I get on track and I like can't find them or something. Maybe I'll address it. But it's a small car, small, lightweight car. I don't really want to add anything like big and heavy, like some big old paddles or anything. I don't care that much. DCT, with the S2000, I did want to eventually BMW DCT swap it. You know, there's a couple guys in the ASM world or whatever that have done that. Looks really awesome. DCT car. Obviously, mid-engine, mid-rear engine. This is another thing I've really been wanting to experience. And I'll tell you right now, I think the weight distribution on this car is like really good. It feels very balanced. Another funny thing, this car doesn't have power steering. So if you are like driving really slow, you're definitely working to turn this car, which I don't really mind. Like in my sports car, in my supercar, in my track car, I didn't want a lot of the bells and whistles. I didn't need a big factory infotainment system. I didn't need like a great sound system. You know, AC is great. The fact that it doesn't have power steering doesn't bother me at all. I don't care. The fact that there's really no storage room in this car, I don't really care. In fact, this front doesn't even open. Like you cannot open this. Like you probably have to go to an Alpha Tech, or I'm sure we could figure it out, but I think there's a gasket or a seal that if you take this off, you're supposed to basically, you know, replace it. Probably not going to take this off for a while. I mean, I don't think I need to either. I'll show you guys the storage back here. Just a little pull tab. And surprisingly, kind of a heavy hatchback. No support or anything. But, you know, we got a little bit of room right here. Camera bag, a helmet. But that's pretty much it. You guys can see carbon fiber up, down in there. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, all this stuff, you know, really cool design. I love the flow of it. It's gonna be hard to kind of show the contour and depth of some of this on camera. But so in here we got the massive side intake. This is for the intercooler. Down here, I'm pretty sure this is for the transmission cooler. And then on the other side, we got I think this is for the intake, the factory intake. You guys did notice in my video We've got kind of a custom exhaust on here. I'll talk about it for a second. Typically, these Alpha 4Cs, they come with dual exhaust side to side. This one has a factory optioned titanium system. Akrapovic is what it's called. I don't think you can buy this after the fact, and it looks like the other titanium Akrapovic systems like on the market are in the thousands, like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I think this was a $3,500 option. I might go over the window sticker with you guys in another video, but very expensive option. Yeah, actually, window sticker on this car I think was almost $73,000. I think it was like $72,900. Surprisingly, a higher MSRP than the GT350R, which was an MSRP window sticker $69,500, I think. So $3,000 or $4,000 more for this car. Going back to the mode selector switch, right? When it opens up the exhaust does sound really good. Like, this is a 1.7 liter turbocharged engine. I think it makes like around 250 horsepower and torque. And I will say, with a simple ECU tune, you're like at 300, which I bet this thing is an absolute rocket with that much power, because right now it's fast. Like, launch control, this thing is faster than the Shelby for sure to like 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour. Maybe from like a freeway roll, like the Shelby would probably beat it, but who knows? Who really cares? Like, on a street, it's actually nice to have that torque back, because the S2000 or the Shelby, they don't have any torque really down low. They're great cars. I love them. I love them both, actually. I love this. I wish I could have all of them. You know, you guys know that. I wish I could have all the cars, but I just can't. So like I was saying, we got track days coming up. We got mods on the way for this car. You got to believe me, you know, we're doing stuff. This is the new hero car for the channel. I hope you guys are pumped. Let me know down below, were you guys even thinking this was a possibility? And what do you guys think of the Alpha 4C? I don't think I've ever even seen one in person before I bought this car. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen one. And if my math is correct, this is a 2017. I think that they only brought 400 of these to America in 2017 of the hardtops. They make a Spider, a convertible one. I don't like it, the looks of it as much. I'm sure that the top-down experience is cool. Well, it's like a Targa top that you got to take off, but you lose this whole nice rear section where you can see the engine. And I just was not interested. Obviously, you guys know I wanted a white one for sure, and I didn't want a convertible. Like, even with the S2000, I put the hardtop on. I love driving it with the top off, but for the track and stuff, it's just not realistic. So guys, I think that's it for me. Thank you guys so much. Sorry this video took a while. I'm super busy. I got more stuff. I got something crazy. I got so much stuff to show you guys still, but I'm catching up. And again, let me know what you think of the Alfa Romeo 4C. Jason Andrews, the all-American driver. I will see you in the next episode.